This video contains spoilers, so be aware. If you didn't play the game, you don't want to watch this video. There is like a full spoiler, stuff around. So go check the video after you finish the game. Thanks. Hello, my name is Unsatisfying, and this is 5 things I hate about Subliminal. Now, I don't want this video to be meant like hatred towards the game, definitely not. I wanted to make this video for simply constructive criticism for developers to improve on episode 2, just from my experience of playing. I would say that there is definitely a lot of positives that I want to start with, but there were so many annoying experiences that happened to me while playing where I just felt frustrated and overall it didn't satisfy me at the end. So basically, I would start with the positives, and obviously the visuals, they're stunning. They're using the Unreal Engine 5 very well, as its fullest. The whole art style of everything, the monster, the whole environments and all that is just very beautiful. The unique idea is so unique, and I always loved it from the start. That's why I was so excited for it. Obviously for the environments, but mainly for the idea itself, the narrative. I really like, for example, a small thing like the map tree, like the level tree. It's very well made. I hope they're gonna stick with it because it's so fun to have a map trees like this. I always miss it in some very small games, and I always miss it in some like bigger games, let's say. I think it's a very cool idea, and you can just explore environments again, and it has replayability. You can find some other stuff, so yeah, that's very good as well. Also, like the monster sounds and the chase scenes, they were very tense, very scary, very jump scary, very unique. I get jump scared so many times, literally. There is so many times where you just like, oh my god, this is very scary. Okay. And yeah, that's kind of it. Okay. There is probably still more small things, but we're gonna talk about the things that I hate and that I would be happy if they improved to episode 2. I would appreciate if you would write comments down below, like what do you think? What is your summary of your positives and negatives when you play the game? But now let's get into the video. So I start with the first one, and I name it Deep Theme with a Surface Execution. So this game has a narrative that is very strong, very unique, subconscious mind, ego, and all of that stuff. Something that I'm very interested into. But sadly, it can be executed way better, I would say. It affects the gameplay, which is awesome. There is so unique stuff, like for example the overthinking segment, where you need to do something unexpected, or you're in this like a ultimate thought loop. I found out very unique, and there is so many unique stuff, so many like puzzle gameplay wise unique stuff that I wouldn't like. It's just very well made. Okay, however, I mean it in a story way. There is a weak story. I thought that they will explore it more deeper, something that we would be interested in more. And maybe there is some things, but I'm just not interested in it. And I feel like this was like missing. As I said, this is a deep theme. This is something unique that needs to be explored. And I feel like story-wise, it was explored in a very surface way. Just a gameplay stuff and not actually a story and narrative stuff. I really feel like they could explore more of the deeper meaning, more, some psychological events or some states or whatever, and even they can go into, let's say, some spiritual concepts like soul or simulation. I think that would be cool, especially for the ending, so the player will be mind blown. Because again, like I was expecting ending, we're gonna get into endings, but I was expecting with endings that there will be some big plot twist that I would be so excited for episode 2. But yeah, we're gonna get into there. So yeah, this is just my kind of feelings of it. I feel like it has very surface execution, to be honest. Second thing is annoyingly difficult. Annoyingly difficult, I mean, people will be frustrated by playing this game. It's not fun to do for 2 hours puzzle and then needing to watch tutorial and be frustrated how simple it was. Not that the puzzles are well made and people stupid, but the navigation of the puzzles are not well made. And that goes mainly for progress of the game and as well as a chase sequence that are annoyingly challenging. For example, there was a sequence in the Rotten ending, which is basically in the house, apartment, the boss fight, you can say, quote unquote. And it was very, very difficult, okay? And then you had like this TV, right? You have like this television that turns on, and there is nothing, no guidance. The only thing that's telling you that you need to turn off your TV is your consciousness. But why would I listen to consciousness if the whole time that I'm getting there, I'm doing exactly the opposite? I'm not listening to my consciousness. So why would I now? What's the point, right? And so you waited like 5-10 seconds. You think that some animation is happening or some cutscene or something. No, the game doesn't even tell you what to do after. There is no like death hint or something. Nothing. You go again, and the worst thing is that there is no checkpoints. You go from the beginning. Very annoying. I was very frustrated. I was replaying it so many times, and then I kind of wanted to just watch a YouTube how to make it properly, to just like skip the part, and that kind of kills the segment. Okay, I understand. Make it difficult. It's good, but make more checkpoints. Okay, so it's not annoyingly difficult, and make some hints for the puzzles or for the segments. You can have some like hint book or I don't know, something like this. I think it would be just way better, because if you die and you don't know what to do after even, then like that's very annoying. And also the chase scenes and all of that, there is so many things that you don't know, and it's like, I don't know, you just need to play through it. It's very annoying, to be honest. Third point is bugs. So my take is that this cannot be playtested. Like, some parts are fully broken. For example, the last map, where you have like the canon ending, right, where you're in this very cool environment. There is, you know, a certain segment where you can climb up on the like shelves. Why there isn't fucking barricade there? You can just easily climb up there. I missed the bridge that kind of like shines red, where you can send the enemy off. So I just like climb up on the shelves many times, and then I jump on like the other parts of the moving things, and then I was going into like no collision objects, and I was like, what the fuck is happening? And this shouldn't even happen. And so this is just fully this cannot be playtested for it. Like, some parts of the map cannot be playtested. So many puzzles as well that are booked. Like, I had like 5-6 bugs while playthroughing, many of which is soft lock, so I needed to fully leave and do the level again. And yeah, it's very sad to see. So yeah, I mean, definitely if it needed to playtest the next episode more. Fourth, endings. Bruh, like, what are the endings? They had so much more time, and like, it feels like they just kind of rushed it. It felt like the endings are just rushed for last second. Like, they finished the game, they don't want to like just do anything about the endings. The first canon ending. The first canon ending is basically when you are in this beautiful environment of, I don't know, some certain parts of subconscious mind, maybe some, I don't know what is it, but it's very beautiful. And then, you know, you have the monster, and then you just drop down into the pit, right? That's why it's called Into the Pit. Bro, this is the classic Poppy Playtime ending, getting deeper into factory type shit. I swear, this is so annoying. There is nothing to be excited for. There is nothing to be excited for. The endings of Poppy Playtime were always kind of off. You know, sometimes they were kind of good, But like now you were literally in some environment that you don't know, and you just drop down, and that's it. You don't know where you drop down. You're not excited for anything. You're not excited for episode 2. There is no like excitement, cliffhanger, nothing. And as I was talking about before, some plot twist with deeper meaning that would excite the people more. However, yeah, they didn't show you an environment. Where we're gonna start, nothing. It feels very rushed, very, just throw it out there basically. Another one is this rotten ending when you finish this very hard sequence. And now I was like, oh my god, let's go. We're gonna get into some very interesting place. There is a liquid that you walk by, I think, and there is like a door that kind of keeps getting closer to you. And I was like, oh my god, it's happening, something is happening, finally, the ending that I was waiting for. And that's fucking some random 5 seconds of VHS tape of some stuff. Like, what is happening? Okay, I understand. There can be some lore in it, okay, like some secret hidden lore. But I don't care about lore. Why should I care about lore if there is nothing that interests me and excites me? And not because I'm a person that, like, I don't like this stuff. I love this stuff. I love psychological horror. I love psychology. And there is nothing interesting. There is nothing like a deeper, deeper stuff in it. No, it's all surface level. It's all gameplay visuals, and that's it. It very scares me that they will go in this direction. I hope they will not. The endings are horrible, and the last one, oh my god, the last one, the final one, when you finally get the ticket, you're saying, oh my god, I'm looking forward to this location so much. Arcades, that would be fucking cool segment, right? What a way to end it. I put the tickets in, I go into a room that is almost like 1 centimeter long, and then I go 2-3 steps, and that's it. Like, come on, bro, come on. Horrible. Please make better endings, more interesting, more thoughtful, more deeper, so there is like some excitement for players for next episode. Fifth thing, bad monster build-up. So I appreciate the jump scare aspect. It's very jump scare in a unique way. Like, you will get so much times jump scared, and it's very cool. Okay. However, the build-up is oftentimes pretty weak. Okay. I think this one isn't like that much of, that much of like the main point. But still, it's a very important as well. So, for example, a good one was in Bounce House. When you go into the tight storage area, you may be asking why. So basically, consciousness cannot go with you, right? He says like he needs to temporarily leave, and you need to like get the ticket, or what's that? The card. And this actually builds up a tension in the player that, okay, something will happen now, I'm not safe, which is a good thing. And then you're also in tight spaces of chaos, like there is, so many shelves and all of that. You don't know where you're going, there is the lights going on and off. And obviously there is the final chase scene that is just very well made. Sadly, other levels doesn't feel that good. I feel like you're either in a full light segment or full dark segment, and that's the issue. Meaning, it doesn't mean that you go into map and the whole map is light or dark, right? That is not in this case, which is good. However, there is no tension around. When I'm in a, for example, play place, I know that I'm in a safe segment all the time. There is no like illusions. There is no like creepy sounds, some events, something like this. There is nothing of that thing. I think what would also help is to make stealth sequence. I really like the sequence when you go into the brain storage area. I'm not sure what it was, but basically you need to lurk around the monster and then make the combination with the, with the thing, with the lock. Um, and then that was a good idea, but sadly, I also, you know, like I would appreciate if they would make like a stealth segment where the monster would just, lurk around. You would need to hide, and I think it would be very scary and it would be very good, meaning that in your mind there is actually something, like some shadow is lurking around, and I think it would just make more sense, to be honest. In general, it would be good to make some events, some triggers. They made some, like I know that, for example, in the playhouse, no, sorry, bounce house, um, there was like a monster that would pick like something, some item with the hand, but like then it disappears. There is no like ambience, no sound effect, no like, it doesn't work with it, it's just there just cause. But it's not there with a meaning of build up a certain tension in a level. It's definitely just full light level, I mean full light segment, or full dark segment, and it switches instantly with like, like some jump scare, or some like, something that you don't expect, which isn't a build up tension. It's just switching between light and dark, and there needs to be a transition that is just missing in a lot of parts of the game. So oftentimes I feel like I don't play horror game. I play just puzzle game with horror elements, and I think there should be more focus on psychological parts of the horror, meaning it needs to have a deeper meaning, like Soma, like Amnesia: The Dark Descent, all of those beautiful games that were made. And yeah, that's what I think. Let me know in comments down below what do you think. What do you think my points? What is your summary of your experience when you played it? Yeah, I hope the episode 2 will be improving on those, and yeah, I think it has so much big potential if they will not throw it away. I know that this was made with a passion. I can feel it. It feels like that. I hope they will keep directing there to make the game the best as they can, instead of making like a factory for money like Poppy Playtime does, which every chapter feels like quantity over quality, and the mistakes are repeating basically. So yeah, I hope they're gonna save it in the next episode. The game overall was a good experience. I enjoyed, other than those things. See you next video. Bye bye.